Have you ever felt like you were being watched while driving alone at night? I used to brush it off as paranoia, a trick of the tired mind. That was until last Tuesday. I was on the old county road, the one that cuts through miles of silent, empty farmland. The moon was a sliver, and the world outside my car was pitch black. It was peaceful. Then, in my rearview mirror, I saw them. 2 pinpricks of light, but they weren't headlights. They were just there, and they were getting closer. I kept checking, my heart starting to pound against my ribs. It was a car, a dark sedan. So close I couldn't see its grille, but its headlights were off. Who drives like that? In the middle of nowhere, in total darkness, a cold dread washed over me. This wasn't a normal driver. This was a predator. I sped up, my knuckles white on the steering wheel, but it stayed right on my tail, a silent shadow glued to my bumper. I couldn't shake it. My mind raced through every horror movie scenario. Were they trying to run me off the road? Was this a robbery? I decided I couldn't lead them back to town, back to my home. So I did the only thing I could think of. I slammed on my brakes and swerved onto the gravel shoulder, kicking up a cloud of dust. I braced myself for the impact, for the shattering of glass and the screech of metal, but nothing came. The dust settled, and the road behind me was empty, completely empty. The car was gone. It had just vanished. For a moment, I thought I'd imagined the whole thing, a waking nightmare brought on by exhaustion. I took a deep breath, trying to calm my shaking hands. Maybe it turned off onto a hidden dirt track I hadn't seen. I was about to pull back onto the road when I heard it, a soft, rhythmic sound. Scratch, scratch. It was coming from the back of my car. My blood ran cold. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. The sound continued, slow and deliberate, like nails dragging across metal. It was a sound that didn't belong in the quiet of the night. It felt ancient and wrong. Who was out there? What was happening to my car? I was too terrified to look. I just sat there, frozen in the driver's seat, listening. After what felt like an eternity, it stopped. The silence that followed was somehow even more terrifying than the noise had been. I waited, straining my ears for any other sound, footsteps, a car door, anything. But there was only the wind whispering through the dry cornfields. I must have sat there for 20 minutes before I found the courage to even turn my head. The road was still deserted. I finally shakily put the car in drive and sped away, not daring to look back until the town lights were in view. When I got home, I left the car in the driveway and ran inside, locking every door and window. I told myself it was a dream, a hallucination. But the next morning, when the sun was up and the world felt safe again, I went outside to check. And there they were, deep, jagged scratches carved into the trunk of my car. They weren't from a key or a branch. They looked almost like claw marks, but they were arranged in a strange, intricate pattern. It was a language I couldn't read, a message I couldn't understand. I took the car to 3 different body shops. The first guy, an old-timer who'd seen everything, just shook his head and said he'd never seen marks like that. The second one suggested it was some kind of weird vandalism, but couldn't explain the pattern. The third mechanic looked at the scratches, then looked at me, and his face went pale. He asked me what road I was on. When I told him, he just handed me back my keys and said, "Some things are better left alone, son. You need to sell this car, and you need to never drive that road at night again." He wouldn't explain what he meant. I've been searching online, digging into local forums and old town records. Most of it is just ghost stories and local legends about the old county road. But then I found a post from 7 years ago, a woman describing the exact same thing, a dark car with no lights, the sudden stop, the vanishing act, and the scratches. She posted a picture. The pattern on her trunk was identical to mine. Her post was a warning. She said the car wasn't the hunter, it was the bait, and whatever it was that left the marks, it was marking its property. The last line of her post has been haunting me ever since. If you see the scratches, it's already too late. It knows where you live, and it will come to collect. The post was her last. No one ever heard from her again. Now, every night, I sit by the window and I watch the street. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I don't know what's coming, but I know it's looking for me. And I see those scratches every time I close my eyes. They're not just on my car anymore. Last night I dreamed they were on my front door. This morning when I woke up, I swear I could feel them etched into my own skin. Sometimes, late at night, I hear a soft scraping sound outside my bedroom window. I tell myself it's just a tree branch, but I know it's not. I know it's found me. I've started noticing other cars around town with the same marks. A dented pickup truck at the grocery store, a minivan at the school. The drivers all have the same look in their eyes, a haunted, hunted look. We don't speak to each other. We don't have to. We are part of a club that nobody wants to join. We are the marked ones. I've learned that the pattern isn't a language, it's a map. Each scratch, each curve, corresponds to a street, a landmark, a house. It's a route leading from that empty stretch of road directly to your front door. It's a delivery instruction. The entity, whatever it is, doesn't chase you, it lets you go. It lets you run back to the safety of your home, and in doing so, you lead it right to you. It's patient, it can wait. I've been trying to find a way to stop it. I repainted the car, but the scratches came back overnight, deeper this time. I tried staying at a friend's house, but I woke up to find the pattern scratched into their mailbox. It follows me. It's tied to me. The old mechanic was right. Some things are better left alone, but it's too late for that. I can feel its presence getting stronger every night. It's no longer just a sound outside my window. It's a cold spot in my room, a shadow that flits past the corner of my eye. The other day I got a package in the mail, a small unmarked cardboard box. Inside was a single old rusty car key. There was no note, but I knew what it was for. It's the key to the dark sedan. It's an invitation, a summons. It wants me to go back to that road. I don't know if I'm supposed to be the next driver or the next victim. Maybe they're the same thing. Tonight, the moon is just a sliver again. The key is on my table, and I can hear a car engine idling somewhere down the street. Its headlights are off.